What's good, y'all? So look, today, or not today, but a couple days ago, they dropped some hot shit. They dropped a trailer for 2026 Battle Hour. Now, if you don't know what this is, it's a huge event for Dragon Ball. Most of y'all probably know, so I'm finna go too in depth, too into detail with what this is, but it's a huge event is all you need to know, where they like to release a lot of new stuff with a lot of new games. As you can see right here, they got everything from fighters, sparking, card games, and all kinds of crazy shit, right? Basically everything that's out right now. So overall, this means a lot for everything Dragon Ball. And you know me, the main thing I care about, the meat and potatoes of the whole situation, is sparking. So with that being said, if you didn't know, DLC 3 drops, or is supposed to drop anyway, in the month of September, which is this month. And if you did not know, Battle Hour is what, April 18th? So we know DLC 3 3 ain't finna get delayed for what? For, I don't even know, what is that, like 9 months or something? I don't know, something crazy like that. Like, there's no way, right? Like, so I believe we still get DLC 3 this month, unless it gets delayed by like a month or until April for some crazy unholy reason, right? But at the end of the day, you gotta notice. You can't help but notice the mascot, quote unquote, for this year's Battle Hour, the boy himself. So this means a lot, because a lot of these titles down here have not seen his character yet, right? So the only games that have seen Goku are what? Xenoverse, and not just Goku, but Super Saiyan 4 specifically, right? I mean, he's only been in what? Xenoverse and Legends, and I guess maybe the card games. But aside from that, we haven't seen him in Genshin Squadra, Fighters, Sparking Zero, Dokkan, none of that, as far as I'm concerned. So he might get revealed for more games at Battle Hour, which is cool, because like it's kind of weird that what, Diamond ended how many months ago, in like February or something like that, or like December or something, and it's still, or I guess this character specifically has not showed up in plenty of Dragon Ball content yet, which is kind of crazy in all reality. That's something that I would not expect out of them. But it is cool that, you know, they decided to take him and make him like the face of the new like event, and like put him on for all the new stuff that they got going on. But overall, they got an event overview, so it states Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour, the dream event created for Dragon Ball fans from all over the world, is confirmed to be held in Los Angeles in 2026. This year's event will take place over 2 days, April 18th and 19th, Saturday through Sunday 2026, featuring exhibitions, stage events, interactive booths, and a variety of experiences that showcase the many attractions of Dragon Ball. Stay tuned for more updates. So this is gonna be a mixture of like tournaments, stage events. So like, assuming a lot of games they got over here are gonna drop trailers and shit like that. Overall, it's gonna be cool. But I am really interested to see, like, this could be a teaser for more than just Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? I mean, think about it. We still have yet to see Goma in any of these games. Like, he hasn't showed up in a game not once yet, and we're all hoping he shows up in Sparking Zero as like the first game he shows up in, right? Because to have not put the main villain of Daima in any of the games after dropping multiple Daima DLCs or pieces of content or whatever you want to call it, like, that's actually crazy. So we're still hoping, like, you know, he shows up in Sparking, but if they don't drop anything with him, either in Sparking or at this event for any of these games, I'm kind of gonna be upset. Because, like, how do you do that? That's like dropping a superhero DLC, right? without Cell Max. Like, how do you do that? That just doesn't really make sense. But speaking of which, there's another character who has not showed up yet in any of these games as far as I know, except for maybe the card games, and it's mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He hasn't showed up in any of these games. And I mean, Legends did content for Dama. They didn't do mini Goku. They didn't even do mini Vegeta. I mean, Sparking did mini Vegeta, so we have to assume they're gonna do mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But where is he in any of the other games that have done Dama content? You know, it's just not exactly looking too good for that character, unless maybe they change their mind and later on, maybe at this event, decide to show him off, right? But who knows? At the end of the day, so far, it's not looking too good. But another thing I wanted to get into is how we got fighters on this list, right? And we know they're doing tournaments for fighters, right? But aside from that, what if they come back with fighters? Because if you didn't know, fighters, they don't support this game anymore. This game doesn't get updates, DLC, or nothing like that. So really think about it, like, what if they do another season for fighters and drop Dama content, superhero DLC content, like, and this might be me coping, like they might, and mind you, the company behind this, behind fighters like Arxis, they are busy with the Marvel game, the Marvel Tokon fighting game thing. They're busy with that right now. So 9 times out of 10, fighters isn't getting more content for at least another 5 years, maybe 10, who knows? But it is possible. It is something I thought about. Like, I don't know. They could do it. They might, but most likely not. And then we got Genshin Squadra coming out in what? I mean, what is it? It's September 3rd. That game drops in 7 days from now. So right now, currently, at the time of this recording, all we've seen is base Mini Goku with his Super Saiyan Ultimate, right? Now, this event is in April, right? So I don't expect them to drop anything like else Dama based in Genshin Squadra, but it is possible. And think about this, right? What if, because you know, by this time, by April, it will have been, this game will have been out for months. I mean, September to April is a long time. So what if they come out with a DLC based on Dama around this time? It's possible. Cause like, at this time, right, we're looking at it like, oh, well, this game is coming out just now, and oh, they just added Dama content. They're not going to do it again. But this is all the way in April. So it is a big time difference, and it is possible for them to drop something like that for this game, even though it's not out at this moment. I mean, this isn't until months from now. So who knows? You know, they might do something for this. Not too sure. But I do want to run the trailer for those who haven't seen it and get into it. Let's go. All right. Now's the moment. So April 18th through 19th in Los Angeles. They got Sparking Zero, Legends, Dokkan, Fighters, I mean Xenoverse, Genshin Squadra. This looks lit though. I'm not gonna lie, like me personally, I've never been to an event like this. So for me to go to something like this would be really cool. But I mean, look at it, bro. It's lit. Register now. It's fire. So that right there is the trailer, and then they hit you with the register now right here that you can click on from their website, and you can see the tickets are free, which is good because not gonna lie, if I looked at this and said it was paid, I'd probably be like, yeah, fuck that. After like buying the ticket to get out there, like the plane ticket and all that, because I'm not in LA, so I'd have to fly out here and do all this extracurricular stuff to get out here. But yeah, tickets is free, which is cool. I did not expect that actually. I've never been to one of these, so that's cool to me. But as you can see, once again, date and time, April 18th. They got the location for you and all that. It is 1 day and 7 hours. Lord have mercy. That sounds kind of crazy. Like just looking at that like shit, because I know I'm gonna try to be out there all day if possible. If I was to go out there. If I do remember to drop this in the description for y'all, I will for sure. But as you can see, you are able to show up no matter what age you are, right? But you do have to buy a ticket or not. No, wait. To buy a ticket, I believe you do have to be 18 or higher. So right here, Eventbrite's terms of service will not allow anyone under the age of 18 to purchase tickets. So you do have to be 18 or have someone who is 18 purchase your ticket for you, which is or should be possible since the tickets are free. So to sign up and get your ticket, you know, do what you gotta do. But I'm not gonna lie, I do want to get into what we all think might be showing up after DLC 3, since we know 9 times out of 10 it will drop at the end of this month, right? And if that ends up being the case, what are they gonna do for the future of Sparking Zero? And I mean, we talked about this countless times at this point, right? But especially now that we have Battle Hour coming up, I do want to get into what we think might happen for the game in the future, right? Do we think there's going to be a Season Pass 2? Is the question that everybody's asking right now. And I mean, personally, I could see it happening because there's countless characters. Like, don't get me wrong, they got a lot of characters in this game, right? But it's just not, I mean, there's so many characters who aren't in this game who didn't make the roster. For example, I mean, bro, the one that everybody's been asking for since before the game came out. I mean, bro, where is Super 17? We got Super 17, I mean, Nova Shenron, like the rest of the Shadow Dragons that didn't get in the game. So like what? I mean, GT Trunks, GT Vegeta, there's hella GT characters that didn't make it in. We want like Demon King Piccolo. I mean, there's so many characters that didn't make it in that they could, if they truly wanted to, just go the route of more characters, right? I mean, they don't have to do maps yet, right? And I mean, this is assuming with DLC 3 we don't get maps or any other in-game content, like assuming we don't get maps or like game modes for or from this DLC, because I mean right here you can see it says contains playable characters from Dragon Ball Daima. Like, we're not expecting that. So assuming we don't get that, I mean, we could get more game modes from BT3 or like the Raging Blast series, for example, or like maps from them, right? Because y'all know we've been begging for new maps since the game came out. So, I mean, they could do a whole entire season pass based on maps if they wanted to. It's not like we need more characters, but I mean, more would be cool, right? So I don't know. It's just like, there's multiple ways they could go with this game afterwards, but I am hoping, right, now that we have Battle Hour announced, I am hoping they decide to take their chance and like show something. Anything, because I mean, man, the way that the game has been so horribly, terribly supported over the past year now of the game being out, because I mean, bro, the game's been out for damn near a year. It's been 11 months. Like, I mean, it came out what, October 10th for like everybody that didn't have early access, and I mean, it's September. So I don't know, man. We only got 2 DLCs so far, and it's just support has not been the greatest. So it's not like we're really expecting a crazy amount of stuff from them at all whatsoever based on our past experiences with them and their not great support with the game in the first place. But it's Battle Hour and Sparking Zero is showing up, so it's like you gotta assume they're coming with something, and you gotta, I mean, it makes sense that they would take their chance here to do it, because nobody's really, and I mean, some people are, right, don't get me wrong, but like most people that I've spoken to aren't expecting them to even continue supporting this game after DLC 3, the way that it's been going so far. A lot of people are saying they're trying to do a sequel, or they might just drop the game completely and stuff like that, right? Which, I mean, the way they've been supporting the game isn't too like off the wall to say, especially since they already made their money from it. But I don't know, man. I really do hope they take their chance with Battle Hour to put on something else for the game, because I mean, man, I have a different love for Sparking Zero, as I literally sat and waited since the first day they announced this game to show up and play this shit. Like, bro, this is Tenkaichi 4 we're talking about. Like, come on now. Like, there's no way they drop this game and just let it die, right? Like, they gotta keep running content for this game after DLC 3, right? Like, I mean, there's so many things they could add, like game modes, maps, etc. Like, there's so much stuff that this game doesn't have, but at the same time, that's the same reason a lot of people say that they could just come out with a sequel. So I don't know, man. I really don't know. But I'm not gonna lie, with Battle Hour being the main topic of discussion here, it really would be cool to see a Sparking Zero tournament. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, imagine if they came out with a tournament. Well, at least because they already did, right? Like, a lot of y'all remember the dramatic showdown and how that happened and what happened. So yeah, now that the game is no longer in that terribly broken state, at least in comparison to what it was when they first hosted the dramatic showdown, because mind you, the first part of that was during the first build of the game. Like, no update, no nothing. Back when you could infinitely leg sweep people. Back when Giants had the unblockable Z burst dash that was basically instant. Right? Back when key spam was insane and you could literally just get key spam to death and they would hold you in place and you couldn't move if you got hit with a key blast. Like, back when unblockable ultimates were fast as hell. Like, it's so, man. If you remember it, you remember. If you know, you know. Right? At the end of the day. So, with that being said, now that the game is in a way better spot, I feel like it would be really amazing to get a new, fresh start to a basically like bigger hosted tournament by something like Battle Hour for this game, right? Especially because there's so many people that have gotten skilled at the game since the past year of it being out. It would be so cool to see that shit. I'm not gonna lie, that would be fire. And then I'm not gonna lie, if they did that, I'd go hands down, 100%, right? Speaking of which, I don't really know if I'm going. Like, I don't know if it'll be like more beneficial for me to go or for me to stay back and just drop all the news and all the stuff that comes out. Cause like, you can watch while this is happening online. You don't have to go. So like, when they decide to come out with all kinds of stuff, right? Like, you can see that online and drop the trailers and stuff like that. So like, for me, I think what I'm probably gonna end up doing 9 times out of 10 is sitting back and just like talking about the news with y'all instead of actually going. But that's the thing though, right? Like, if you go, you can see stuff early and drop stuff early. But I don't know. I really don't know, man. It would be crazy. And I mean, this is the thing, right? Like, I really would enjoy an event like this. It's just like, I know it's probably more beneficial for me to not go and just stick with y'all and drop content on what happened and like what's going on currently while we're there, you know? But with that being said though, that's gonna be it for today's video. But let me know in the comments if you plan on going, because I'm not gonna lie, y'all might influence me to go. Like, if y'all said, yeah, like we all want to go, this, that, and the third, you should go, I might fuck around and be like, you know what? If y'all want to do some kind of like, I don't know, meet and greet or some shit like that, we could do some shit like that. I talked a lot about that on stream. A lot of y'all already know, so I ain't got to say it again. But I'm not going to hold y'all too long. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.
Lost all my friends, now I walk all alone. I'm on my way down, Snake Way, home King Kong.